don't you fall. Oh my God, it's 11:30. Don't die. I thought it was earlier than that.
Mommy.
Hi guys. I'm using a little toner on my freaking face. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Oh, I should have used something else better. I forgot that I've got some makeup. More makeup wipes and all that. So I'm debating if I should add, don't mind my crazy hair. You guys know I always have messy, crazy hair. And I'm going to put my extensions on in a while. So, yeah. But, I did a little touch up on my hair. Like on my roots, because my grays were starting to come out. But they only come out right here in the front, like wherever I've had the blonde, that's where they come out. It's so crazy to me that happens. And I didn't do my bangs, so you could see a little bit of the grays there, because I didn't dye it, because I'm like, should I add the blonde or not? So if I add the blonde on my bangs again, then I definitely don't want to dye it black and then bleach it, because then it's just a longer process. So I went ahead and dyed like the rest of my hair. So I don't know what to do, guys. What should I do? Hola, Mina. Finally, I get to catch you on live. Hermosa. Hi, Julie. It's really late. Wait. Is this already open? I want to see if this smells like anything. So I don't know what to do, you guys. If not, I'm just gonna dye my hair all black. I want to see if this smells like anything. I got this because when I do like my makeup looks, I can't tell if it smells like something or not, because I just put this toner and this smells so good. So I don't know if this smells like anything or if it's the toner. But hi, you guys. I know it's late, but you know, it wouldn't be me if I'm not here late. Today I was on the road all day long, man, like all day long. So I had to take Titi to tighten her braces. So I took her, and then from there I went and I bought a jack for the car, because we're working on my car. We're trying to get it ready for next summer, so it could be done for next summer, somewhat done next summer. So all winter my car is going to be worked on, so we're trying to get it going. But anyways, I look at how, and then I don't live in the city, so it takes forever to go to where I gotta go, because I have to drive all the way in the city, and it sucks. I don't have my contacts on either. Hi, Kirsten. I don't have my contacts on, Sue. Hi, Nina. I can barely see you guys. Anyways, I had to take Titi to the dentist appointment, which is in the city. And then I came back. I went to buy the jack, and the lady at that store was a bitch. She was rude as fuck, and she was a bitch. Like, seriously. Anyways, she was really fucking rude. After that, I came home. Well, actually, then I went to Sam's Club. And then from there, I came all the way home. When I got here, I had to go and meet my mom at the entrance of Rio Rancho Bernalillo, like in Placitas, because my oldest son is staying at my mom's this week because he's working with her, but they went to Juarez. So I had to go and meet my mom to give her his birth certificate because he doesn't have a passport yet. So I had to give her that so that way he could come back. So, and then after that, I had to take Junior to his football practice, right? And then, look at my gray hairs, look. They're not too bad, but you see, it's only, I dyed all this. I literally dyed from here down. And I left these because, like I said, I'm going to be adding my, blonde, and I don't know if I am or not yet. I haven't made up my mind, and if I am, then I don't want to dye this black and then go and add the bleach because that wouldn't make sense. Anyway, so then I took Junior, and guess what? He forgot, well, he didn't even forget. Hubby forgot to tell him that he needed, he had to take his pants, and he had to take his, basically they've been having football practice without like the full uniform, and today I guess was the first day that they had to take everything, and he didn't have it. So then I had to go home, and then I had to go back, but I was like, I'm not going back. Hubby's gonna do that because I'm not, dude. I've been on a mission all day. When you become a homebody, you guys, you're so used to being home that it's like you don't even want to be out in the streets. And I swear on everything, my whole family's like that because we're so used to being home. This weekend, we took the kids to Uncle Cliff's. We went on Sunday. There's a grip of people. We were at Uncle Cliff's this weekend, and it was so hot, you guys. And if you guys don't, Uncle Cliff's is a theme park, right? And half of the theme park, it splits in half. So it's like theme park, and then the other side, it's like a little water park. And we got there, we were there for 4 hours, but literally no lie, after 2 hours of being there, we were like, fuck this, it's too hot. So Serenity and her friend, they took off and went on their own. And then the boys went on theirs by themselves. And then me, hubby, and Jaden stayed together, right? But after 2 hours of being there, it was so hot, bro. Like, I just can't. We literally went to the little pool side, like to the water park side, and went and laid down. Like, we were literally laying down on the pool chairs, the ones that you could lay down on, under like this little tarp thing. We stayed there for 2 hours. We said, the hell with the rides, girl. The hell with the rides. We're staying here. It's nice and cool. And then Jaden went and was playing in the water. He got all wet. So we just stayed there and I told hubby, that's crazy, bro. You want to know something crazy? I paid for, it was 6 of us. For 6 of us, I paid $250 to get in at a theme park. Is that normal? Or it went up? I don't remember, honestly, but $250. And I think before it used to be like you pay into even like, I think prices did go up because I have a feeling that before it used to be like as a parent, if you're going in and you're not going to get on any rides, you just pay for the entrance. And then if you want to get on rides, then you buy tickets. Or you buy a wristband, which is the wristband you could get on all the rides unlimited amount of times, right? And it's more expensive. But now they don't do that. Now it's a flat $35 fee, I think, for each person, whether you get on rides or not. It's $35, but when you go in there, you have access to everything. So I'm like, this shit went up because I could have sworn it wasn't that much. Anyways, so I was kind of like a little disappointed in us because I'm like, bro, I paid $250 for us to get in. And then just to go and sit for 2 hours on the water park side. I'm like, dude, we should have just brought our swimsuits and we could have got in, but yeah. It was fun taking the kids. I did it more because my daughter wanted to go, and I don't really like her to be going anywhere by herself, like real talk. Like I don't mind her being there by herself, like with her friends riding around on the rides, but at least I'm there. And if something bad happens, she could always come to me, or we can go to her instead of going and dropping her off and then driving all the way to the other side of the city at home. And then an emergency happens and I'm literally half an hour away. Like, no. Bro, she's 13 years old. I think she's still too little for that. Hi, Juanita. I'm gonna do a makeup look, but I'm probably just gonna do like the basics and then leave. But I wanted to show you guys these little brushes that I got. I love them. Especially now that Halloween is coming up. These are the best, you guys. Let me show you. 250. You said, for 6 of you, you said yes. 250 bucks. Or around that, because it was $35, I think, for each person. And then I think Jaden's, because he was under 7 years old, I think his was 32 or 30 bucks. But I paid over 200 and some dollars for 6 people. Wait, what? So los videos que te salen en tu página son de cualquier persona. So no, por ejemplo, si no te gusta mi video, te puedes salir y sigues con tu día. No es un problema, pero... O me puedes bloquear para que no salgan mis videos. Pero, por ejemplo, te van a salir miles de videos de cualquier persona. Al menos que sigas a esa persona. But, I mean, you don't have to click. You could keep going, girl. Okay, so let me show you these. I got these and they are perfect now for Halloween is coming up pretty soon. And I like them, especially like if you do makeup looks and stuff like that. Hey, sis. I'm cleaning this because this one's dirty. Garrett at my home girl. Let her get to go to Six Flags. And this grown man and his kids jumped her kids. That's why I won't let my daughter go by herself. That's exactly why. Because anybody wants to start some shit, girl, I'll slap the shit out of fucking anybody. I don't care. Mom, son, daughter, grandpa, just playing. But no, like literally, or it could be an emergency, like something could literally happen and you're not even there. That's no, So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brushes, but it's like the little detailed brushes. So it's this one right here. And then it has this little circle thing, which this is what I use to make my little hearts when I draw on my face. And then it has this one. Square flat brush, and then on this side it has a smaller little circle end, so they're 2 different sizes. See, and then this one is hella long. Honestly, I would not even, I'm just gonna end up cutting it so I could have one exactly like this one, because I'm not gonna use this big old long one like that. So instead, I'm just going to cut it and trim it, and then I could use it just like the other one. And then it comes with this one. It's like pointy. And then this one, which is like a angled flat brush. And then this one is like the detailed paintbrush one that I use to carve my brows out and stuff. I love it. And I think I paid less than $10 for the whole set. I believe so. I might be wrong, but I think so. But these are perfect now for well, if you do like a lot of different makeup looks, like eyeliner designs, like, you know, are gonna come in hand. I swear. I love them. But yeah, I don't even let her go to the mall by herself, and I don't care. Like, ever since she was 11 years old, she's asked, and I've always said no. Like, the only time is if I'm there, then I'll let her go by herself with her friends, but I'm there. Like, I'm in the same area as her. So, other than that, girl, because a lot of things... Bro, do you guys not recognize what kind of world we live in right now? Like, this world is so freaking horrible. You can't trust anybody or go anywhere and not be afraid that something's gonna happen. I'm excited for Halloween looks, you guys. If you guys have any looks that you find that you think are fun looks to do, send them to me. I'm not promising that I'm gonna like 100% nail it, but I try. I'll try. So if you guys haven't seen the video that I shared of all my Halloween looks that I did last year, I posted it literally a few weeks ago, and it's that Home Alone TikTok trend where it's like they're giving the suitcase to Kevin from Home Alone, and they're passing it down. So every time they pass it down, it's like I'm representing each family member, but it's a different Halloween look that I did. I love that. It took forever for me to do it, and it's so long that after Halloween, I kept it going, and I added my, I think I added Valentine's Day looks too, and Christmas, Thanksgiving, I don't know. I added all those on there because the thing was so long. But I'm gonna try to hurry. Because I'm not gonna stay on here. I'm probably just gonna do my brows and prime and get off. But I just wanted to come on here and say hello and share this really sad story. So I'm gonna share a true crime story. Fair warning, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. You don't have to watch. But it is a true crime story, and I'm gonna try my hardest to like be careful how I say certain words because Facebook is so sensitive. Like beyond sensitive. It's not even funny how sensitive Facebook is now. And I'm gonna do my brows in the meantime, but this story is based on, I don't know if he was, I think, yeah, was 11 years old. His name is Takota Collins, I believe. I put the name on the description, so if you guys want to go and look it up and look into it, you guys are more than welcome to. You'll find a bunch of different stories. I actually, I'm going based off of one of the stories that I found on, like the actual interrogation. I watched it, and then I went and looked up a true crime story based on the story because hubby's the one that told me about it. And it's sad, dude. And it's just another sad story on how the system failed another baby. And I feel so bad for this little boy because I just don't understand. Like, do you know how angry it makes me? Like, how I feel so angry. Like, when parents fight for their kids, right? They fight for custody for them. And for what? Just so they could mistreat them and starve them and, you know, the T word. I'm not going to say the full thing, but torch them. You know what I'm saying? And it's so sad because why would you fight for those kids, for your children that you don't even care for, if you're just going to mistreat them like that? And it's like, it's mind-blowing how sometimes cops and especially child services fail these babies. It's sad, dude. It's so sad. Okay, hold on. So I did put the name, like I said, in the caption. If you guys want to go and look it up or find out more information, you're more than welcome to. It's on there. But this little boy used to live with the mom. The mom was having some issues. So the system ended up taking him away from her when he was a few years old, right? The dad was never in the picture, ever. You're welcome. I just put it in the caption because people will keep asking and asking and asking what movie it is or what am I talking about. So I'd rather just put it in the caption. And if you guys want to look it up, you're more than welcome to. When parents do that. Oh my God, this guy was a freaking animal. Hi, Denise. And if you don't know what TC is, I say TC for true crime. Thank you, Julie. Somebody, I've gotten told so many times that I should start a YouTube channel like the true crime story ones, but I don't think I can. I get so impatient to sit there and kind of like, I mean, when I say something like a story, I tell you guys everything. Even the movies, I tell you the whole movie. There's not even no point of watching the movie because I tell you the whole movie. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry. I'm saying good night to my children of the corn. I'm gonna do my brows. I use Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown. There's a shade darker than this one. And my brows are pretty dark, but I don't like to fill them in super dark because then they look very like a block, like a Sharpie look. I don't like it. So I use a tone lighter than black, basically. But Anastasia Dark Brown, Anastasia brush, eyebrow brush. This is number 14. So anyways, Takota's mom was having issues, like staying clean and stuff like that. She was really going through it. So the system ended up taking him away. But the dad was never involved in his life. Like he didn't even exist, basically. So apparently the little boy was going to end up going to a foster home, which is so sad, you guys, but in all reality, he was better off going to a foster home. Like, who knows what kind of foster parents he would have gotten, but he might have still be alive if he would have gone to one. So the dad was never involved, right? But somehow, randomly out of the blue, the dad comes around and he goes and tells the courts, like, that he wants to take the boy. And if you guys aren't aware, the way the system works, the judge will always want the kids to stay with the parents. So like in this situation, basically the judge is not really going to care that the boy doesn't even know the father because he's never been in his life. They don't care. In their eyes is he's better off going with the dad because it's the dad, but than going to a foster home because they want to keep him in the family. But sometimes it's like, are you sure about that? Because he doesn't even know his dad. Like, to him, it's a stranger. So whatever, they let him go with the dad. The dad ends up getting full custody of him. And the mom keeps fighting for him, right? Like, she's been trying to fight for him, and nope. She begged the judge and everything, but they were like, no. He's going with the dad. She had even begged the judge to not allow the dad to take her son out of state. But she didn't win. So that's the first thing the dad did. Took him out of state and they went to another city. So then when they went to another city, he started going to school out there, right? And at first everything was fine, but then the teacher started noticing that for whatever reason, he started losing a lot of weight, and then he would randomly have bruises and stuff. So they called CYF. Well, I don't know what it's called, but in New Mexico, Child Services it's called CYFD. But I'm just going to say Child Services because I believe it's called different everywhere else. In every city, state, it's different. Here, it's CYFD, but I'll just say Child Services. So whenever they got involved, the dad would always get away with it. Like, he would lie and act like everything was fine and come up with some things. So his number one excuse of the boy having all these bruises. I live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Hi, Emma. I live in so I'm basically, Rio Rancho is literally 10 minutes to Albuquerque and 45 minutes to an hour to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And if you don't know where New Mexico is, we're right next to El Paso, Texas y Las Cruces. Anyway, so the dad, every time that child services got involved, because the teachers would call them on him, he would always, his number one excuse was that, hi Tina, that the boy would do it to himself, like he was self-harming himself, basically. That's what he would always say. Like, oh, he's a hard kid to deal with, he does it to himself, all this stuff, right? So the teachers just could not believe that he was doing this to himself. So whatever, they kept trying, but they wouldn't. Every time the child services would close their case. So then after that, after they noticed the bruising and stuff like that, then they started noticing that they would purposely get him like ugly haircuts. Like, I mean, the boy would go in there with like if somebody just got clippers and zoom, 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 like in random places, like a cheetah, and send him to school like that. That's not a haircut. Like, they wanted him to be embarrassed. And then it went from the funny haircuts to the boy wearing the same clothes every day, to the boy not showering. Like, his hygiene was just completely off. Like, they just were not taking care of him. So it got so bad that they noticed that every time they would call child services to complain, the boy would come back with even more bruises. So then they started, like, the teachers and the nurse and everybody started realizing, well, are we really helping him, or are we causing him to get more hurt by the parents? Because obviously whatever the dad is telling child services, they're winning because they believe him. But every time that child services got called to their house, the dad would hurt the boy even more, which is so sad. So then they decided, the principal, the teacher, and the nurse, they decided that from here on forward, let me turn on my little lights. I always forget about my light. I suck. They decided that from here on forward, they weren't going to call child services no more, but they were going to try to help him. So they would literally, like, I don't know if the school had one already or if they put one in the school specifically for him, but they had a washer and a dryer. So every time the boy would go to school, they would wash his clothes and stuff. They would have people donating clothes and stuff like this. But the dad started noticing that the boy was coming home with clean clothes, and his clothes would smell like softener and laundry detergent. So that pissed him off. So guess what he did? That mother effer pulled him out of school and said that he was going to get homeschooled. That right there was the worst thing that could have ever happened, because technically the only time the boy was not getting mistreated, abused in any kind of way, or starved or anything was when he was at school. And due to the teachers trying to help him and doing it like behind their backs, he pulled him out. Oh, and let's not forget that the dad, so basically there was the way, like for the documentary, they were saying that I guess this is the first time ever that they have ever heard a case like this, that the dad specifically told the nurse that from here on forward, no matter what, I don't care if he cuts himself, if he has a stomach ache, if he hurts himself in any way while he's at school, the nurse is not allowed to cater to him. It was so bad to the point that the nurse had to put a note on the wall of the nurse's room saying, do not, I don't know how they word it, but to basically not to give him any kind of help for Takota Collins, which is, what the fuck? And that right there should have made child services be like, bro, that's not normal. Why wouldn't you want the nurse to help your child if he hurt himself, or if he has a stomach ache, or if he has a fever, or if he's, he's bleeding because he scraped his leg or something? But for you to tell them no, well, that was like the last straw, was that. And then the whole nice clothes and stuff, so the dad pulled him out. He pulled him out, so for the next 2 years of him not going to school is when the torture got worse. So the boy was not allowed. So at home, I guess let me tell you who lives in the house. At home, it's the dad, the fiance of the dad, obviously the stepmom, the piece of shit stepmom, and her sister and the little boy. Eventually, in those last 2 years, like ever since the boy got pulled out of school, those 2 years, I guess the little brother went to live with them. I guess. I don't know if it's really, I don't know, because some stories say that the little boy that was living there, the 3-year-old, was his son, but others say it was the brother, so I don't really know. Oh my God, Juanita, yes, bad in New Mexico, but I think that's worldwide, that child services. I just feel like, sadly, it's like child services is just like any other job for some people. It's like being a cop, being a nurse, being a doctor, being a caregiver for elderly people, or a caregiver, or what is it called? The people that watch, like, not a nanny, but like at the daycare, those people that watch those kids. There's a lot of people that work in these very, very, very important job fields, and they don't give a fuck. To them, it's just a 9 to 5 and a paycheck. They don't really care to even be there. Some of them even mistreat the people they're supposed to be taking care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad. And I feel like in our reality, there should be a law that if you work in a daycare, because I've seen a lot of scary stories where that's why I never even wanted my kids in daycare, where kids get mistreated and stuff like that. Have you guys seen, I don't know if you guys seen, there's been a few stories this summer, at the beginning of the summer, of kids with special needs getting mistreated on the bus. Did you guys see the lady that went to jail because they saw her on the camera on the bus of her like abusing one of the little boys with special needs? I think he had autism, on the bus, because she didn't have the patience to cater to the little boy. So she was, oh my God, it was so sad. Anyway, she went to prison because of what she did. But anyways, they all live in the house, right? Wait, yes, I'm gonna be what I was saying. Now I'm using Frankie Rose eye primer in the shade Light. I love this to carve my brows because it's so like on the thicker side. So even when I add like my eyeshadow, I don't have to add no highlight because this concealer does it for me. And in the summer, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like in the summer, I try to avoid the most of having to use extra makeup on my face because it's just too hot to be adding layers and layers and layers of shit. No thanks. Okay, so yeah. So I don't really know if the little boy, the 3-year-old boy that was living in the house, if he was the son or the brother, but he claimed it was the brother. In the interrogation room, he says it's his brother, but the documentary says it's his son, so I don't know. So anyways, the minute that he got pulled out of school, the dad started being really mean to him. Like, I guess any little thing that the little boy would do, he would punish him, and he would make him wear his school backpack loaded with books, and would make him stand in place all day long with the backpack like that, just standing there nonstop. Then after that, the dad got so pissed off. I don't know why he was so mad at him. I think the boy was like a little bit on the hyper side, like he couldn't stay still, so the dad would get so mad for any little thing, like had no patience, and he started punishing him for that. So he ended up taking it. He wasn't allowed to sleep in the house no more. He put him in the attic. And that's when things started getting really, really bad. So there was one situation where I don't even know, till this day, they don't know if this really happened, like if the story is really true or not, because the boy ended up going to the hospital because apparently he jumped out the window from the attic, two-story house attic. He jumped out the window and then he hurt himself really bad, right? So they don't know if he really jumped out or if the dad pushed him out, or if he really did jump out because he was trying to leave that situation because he was being tortured. But he went to the hospital for that. And that, you guys, that right there, that didn't even make child services care about him. Nobody bothered to investigate the situation. Nobody bothered to even see, like, hey, maybe we need to call child services, or hey, there's been child services cases opened in this family in the past. Maybe we need to look a little bit more in it, because what kind of child is gonna jump out of a freaking attic room window just for the fun of it? Because that's what the dad said, that he was hard to deal with and he just liked to hurt himself, right? So then he would tell dude, the things that he was saying was just crazy. Like, he goes in there when he's being interrogated, literally when hubby started watching it, like he hadn't finished watching it and he was telling me what was going on, and he's like, I haven't seen the end, but he said, honestly, it seems like he's innocent. And I'm like, well, what's the title of the documentary? And then he told me, and I'm like, bro, there's no way that man is innocent just based off of the title of the documentary. But hubby said, like, that he just seemed like a very respectful, like a gentleman, respectful kind of guy that was really stressed out about his son being really, really hard to deal with. And I'm like, dude, that motherfucker put on a show, bro. He put on a show, because when I even watched it, I told hubby not to tell me the end because I was gonna watch it, and I even thought this man was innocent. But no, dude, no. So then after that happened, the dad was so pissed off that he had did that because he was trying to run away, right? Basically, that's what we think. Well, what they think is that he was trying to run away, which obviously he probably was, because the dad started putting locks on the outside of the attic door. He put a lock. Yeah, it's 12:13 here. So now I get my regular foundation and I use this to carve the top of my brow, Frankie Rose. And I'm in the shade Olive. But I don't have olive right now, so I'm using oatmeal blend. So then after he came back, he put locks on it. The boy was no longer allowed to sleep on an actual bed. So he had to sleep in, you know, like the pool chairs, the ones that you could lay down in the pool. Not in the pool, but at the pool. That's the bed he slept on, and he had a bucket in the bathroom. So I guess after a while, the dad was not satisfied anymore with the little boy having to use the backpack as a punishment. So now he decided that the boy would have to stand. Basically, he would stand like this, bent over, with his fingertips had to touch the floor, and he would stand like this, completely naked. Not for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm talking about 24/7. He had to stand like that. And the dad got tired of having to watch him to make sure that he was doing the punishment. So he decided to put cameras to watch him, because he wanted to enforce the punishment so bad, but he was tired of sitting in the room watching him, making sure that the boy was doing that he got cameras. But then the boy didn't have a bathroom in the attic, right? So he was told that he had to come downstairs to use the bathroom. So whenever he would come downstairs to use the bathroom and he was naked, the dad started telling him, oh, you just want to come down here naked because you want to show off your body in front of my brother, the 3-year-old baby. So, and then he would start yelling at him, calling him names and saying that he was gay, and just being dude, the little boy was 11 years old. 11 years old. So then the dad was like, since you want to come and, you want to show your body off to my brother, you're not allowed to come use the bathroom down here no more. So basically, the boy had no choice but to use the bathroom in the attic. Like, he would literally have to pee and poop in the attic because he was locked up there, because he was not allowed to come downstairs to use the bathroom, because apparently he was showing off his body to a 3-year-old little boy sexually. Like, what the fuck? This man was not all there, you guys. Like, not all there. So whatever, that happened. And then after a while, obviously it started smelling really bad in the attic because there was pee and poop everywhere, right? And he was not allowed to clean it because he had to stay bent over 24/7, touching the freaking ground, butt naked. Like, it's just so sad, dude, because why did you fight for him? Why did you even, you could have told the court you didn't even want him, that you don't want nothing to do with him. Why would you take him home to do this? This boy was tortured for years, you guys. Like, it just got worse. But the last 2 years when he pulled him out of school is when it got worse. So whenever the dad got pissed off, right, because it started smelling in the attic, he decided that he was gonna teach the boy a lesson, because apparently scaring him was his way of teaching him a lesson, right? So since it smells so bad up there, he decided that he told the boy that he had to eat his own poop, right? So the little boy was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not, he kept telling him, like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So he got pissed off. The dad got pissed off. He went and got a glove and he forced him. After that, the boy knew better than to say no to his dad, because if not, his dad would beat him like a grown man beating him, and would make him eat it. So anytime he used the restroom, like pee, whatever, but poop, he knew he had to eat it because his dad was going to make him eat it. So for months and months, that was his meal, was poop. And I'm just like, dude, you're a fucking horrible. Oh my God, that shit pisses me off, right? So then towards the end, the little boy was getting really, really sick. I guess one day the dad started drinking. He was drinking with his friend or something, and then he came home and he decided that he wanted to beat on the boy because the boy was in the attic 24/7, right? So the girlfriend claims that the last day the boy was alive, hi Jess, that he was alive, that she's seen that, okay, so I guess there was a few times that the girlfriend witnessed that the boyfriend, the fiance, was getting hot sauce and putting it in the boy's, on his butt, because apparently that would stop him from using the restroom. So he would put hot sauce there. So she assumed right away that that's what he was doing. If she saw him on the camera and the boy was bent over, that's what she thought he was doing to him, right? So the last day, she says that she noticed that he was in there with the boy because she heard the little boy screaming and yelling and telling him to stop because he was beating him, right? Hold on, guys. So the boy, when she went to go look at the camera, that's when she noticed that the little boy was bent over, right? But this time, she had a weird feeling that he wasn't really doing that to him. So she stayed watching, and the next thing you know is she sees in the camera that she pulls like this object out of his body, right? So he basically, I guess he got one of the legs to the chairs and inserted it in the little boy's body. And the little boy couldn't handle that no more. Like, he was so, like, he had beaten him up. He beat him up so freaking bad. And then he did that with him to the chair. Apparently, this is the only time he's done this to him, but they don't know. They think that it was done to him multiple times. But this last time, the little boy couldn't handle it. So then the dad got really pissed off that the boy was yelling and screaming that he needed help. And the girlfriend, instead of helping him, she decided to ignore it and just watch and see and witness what he was doing and not stop him from what he was doing, right? So then the dad said, I guess the little boy kind of like, I guess he wasn't breathing anymore because he had beat him up really, really bad, right? So then the little boy At that point, he stopped. I don't know if he stopped breathing or he thought he did. So he knew he was going to have to call the ambulance, but the little boy was bleeding so bad because he had pulled the chair out of him, right? The leg. So he takes him to the bathtub and he gives him a shower. He claims that he gave him a shower. He told like this big old story. He didn't tell he told the detectives that he witnessed, that he went in the room and that in the attic and that he saw that the boy had turned the chair over and that he was basically inserting the chair leg himself into his own body. Why would he do that? What the fuck? And he says, because the detectives are like, that doesn't even sound right. Why would he do that? And then he says, you guys don't understand. He was a really hard kid. And I've been up for 3 days. That's all he kept saying. I've been up for 3 days having to deal with him. And you guys don't get it. I asked for help multiple times. I told child services and they never cared. I told the cops. And he's like, look at all the things he's done. He jumped out of the attic window. He would throw stuff at the teachers and stuff. That's why he got thrown out. And he was just such a fucking liar, bro. Like, such a liar. So anyways, when he went and took the boy to clean him up, I guess so basically they're saying that he drowned him because he has so much water in his system. And that's how he stopped breathing, besides the fact that he beat him and did all that other stuff, right? But he claimed that the boy had came down from the attic and he was telling his dad, I need help, I don't feel good. And then that's when he brought him down and he noticed that he wasn't breathing anymore, so he gave him a bath. And he said, and then when I got him out, he said, I noticed that his stomach looked really bloated. He said, so I thought he ate something because normally he would be eating stuff he wasn't supposed to eat just to get his way, he says. He said, so I gave him 6 glasses of water. And I think that's why his stomach was even more bloated, but that's not true. He basically drowned the boy, and that's why the boy's stomach was so full of water, because he drowned him. So he's literally lying, bro, about all these things to the detectives. And at first, I swear it sounds like the beginning of the story, it sounds really like he wasn't getting the help as a parent that he needed, and he reached out to get the help. But then when they started asking him, like, what school does he go to? And he's like, oh, he doesn't go to school no more. He just got out of school. And they're like, well, when did he get pulled out? And he's like, he just got pulled out. And then they're like, well, when? And he's like, well, 2 years ago. Well, what do you mean? And so who's been, what kind of school has he been doing? And he says, he's been doing, I've been homeschooling him and I'm the one teaching him. And then she's like, okay, well, what have you been teaching him? She's like, well, lately I haven't been teaching him anything because he's been acting out. So it was like he would say a lie and then he would try to come up with something to make it be realistic, but he just kept drowning himself in lies. So they got arrested. But anyways, right before, when he calls 911, dude, I heard the actual call, and he tells the operator, like, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's not breathing and his stomach is really bloated. I gave him 6 cups of glasses of water, and I don't know if that's what the cause of it was. And then he says, because they tell him that he needs to do CPR, right? So he starts doing it, and then he says, I don't know what's going on, ma'am, but his breath smells rotten, like something inside of him is rotten. You were making him eat his poop. What is it supposed to smell like if that's all he ever ate? You never gave him actual food. If you did give him water, that's probably the most normal meal to him that he had in freaking 2 years, because you were making him eat poop. What the fuck? And then he's all gagging and everything, like, dude, you're such a fucking piece of shit. And the girlfriend, you know what she did when they realized he wasn't breathing? She took the 3-year-old brother, son, whoever he is, and left the house. She just left. She didn't care what the hell was going on. She left. But by the time the ambulance and everybody got there, he died. He passed away. And I'm just like, dude, that shit's sad. Like, that's just so sad. Like, and then my thing is like, who knows what else he did to him? Because I guess another thing that they noticed was because they were asking him, well, where does he sleep? And then he said, oh, he said, we had to put him in the attic because he kept having accidents all over the house. And he's like, you don't understand. He would like literally hold all of his pee and poop, and then just to piss me off, he would just poop and pee all over the house to piss me off. He said, so that's why I had to put him in the attic, and that's why I had to put a tarp in that room, and every day I would pull the bed out. No, he just didn't have a fucking bed. What are you talking about? And the tarp wasn't there to prevent him from having an accident on the floor. That was his blanket. That was the blanket that he used. So the cops were able to, I guess like discover what really was going on and find out what was true and what wasn't, because they thought, not the dad, the fiance, and the sister, they thought it was really hilarious to take pictures of all the punishment they were doing to the little boy. They would take pictures of him with the iPad. And the cops found it. They made him unlock it. And they had more than 2 years worth of pictures of the little boy being tortured. Oh, and then, let me tell you what the girlfriend would do too. So whenever the dad wasn't at home and they would call from the school for whatever reason, because if he got in trouble for not staying still or, being very active, because he was really active in school, so he would get in trouble for that. So whenever the teacher at the beginning, before they noticed that he was being mistreated, they would call home and tell them like, hey, he was misbehaving, he wasn't listening today in school. So the girlfriend, she would make it like a priority to make sure to pass on the message to her fiance that he was misbehaving so he could get the punishment he was supposed to get. Oh, good night, girlie. Let me see. I need blue and turquoise. So I'm going to use my Barbie palette from Glamlight. And I'm going to use these two colors right here. So I'm going to use this dark blue. And then I'm going to, I don't know if I should use this one. I need like I'm going to use these two colors right here. This palette is so pretty, you guys. Don't sleep on this palette. It is super pigmented. Like, look, it literally will stain your freaking fingers. That's how pigmented it is. Look. But look at the colors to this. It's super pretty. And the shimmers are nice too, look. Wait, that's how... Let me show you on a better spot of my freaking... I couldn't show you guys. But look. Isn't these pretty? It's pretty. I love this palette. I really, really do. This is my second or third time using it. I've had it for a while. I just didn't want to use it. One of my supporters actually gifted it to me. So I just didn't want to use it. Okay, so I'm going to use turquoise first. I'm going to clean this. So anyway, she ended up leaving. So then the cops, as soon as they saw that the boy had passed away and they seen like everything, how the house looked and just everything, they right away arrested the dad right away. And the whole time, you know what he said, like towards the end when the cops were like, the detectives are like, dude, we don't believe the bullshit that you're saying. You're a fucking liar, bro. So then he's like, I want to know how my son is. How's my son doing? And then they told him, right, that he passed away. And then he says, oh my God, I cannot believe it. And then during the whole interrogation, he'll randomly like just say, man, I still cannot believe that my son passed away. I swear I do not get how this happened. I don't get it. And then right when they told him, like, dude, you're fucked, basically, right? Like, you're fucked. You're going to prison for a long time. And then he tells the detective, I need help. I'm in fear of my life and I need help. And then the detective's like, dude, you have some nerve to fucking say that after what you did to your son. And then she says, you're in fear of your life when your son lost his life? What? Like, no. So I don't know if I should add more seal. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the pillows. But anyways, that's the story. I watched the interrogation because that's what hubby found was the interrogation first. And then I went and I looked for a true crime story, which the true crime story is basically like my version, where it gives you more, like a shorter version of the actual whole story instead of watching the interrogation. But you could actually watch the interrogation. I actually want to see what the girlfriend tells the cops, because I want to see if she lies and if she's willing to freaking lie for his ass. He's a piece of shit, man. And the girlfriend was so hurt because she, well, not the girlfriend, the little boy's mom, she was so hurt because she fought for him and she tried changing her life around and they would not allow her to get him. And due to that, the little boy, he lost his life. And I'm just like, I could never imagine. And then my thing is like, for him to be, oh, because he's like, when they told him, they're like, when they were asking him about the whole chair situation. Hi, Stephanie. Not bad, to be honest. I've kind of like figured out a way to lay down in my bed so that way my back doesn't hurt. I still haven't made my appointment to go get massages or anything like that, but I kind of figured out a way to sleep in my room so my back don't hurt. So I'm gonna go in. I don't know if I should use that blue or this one. This one. Okay, I'm gonna use this one instead. Okay, so I'm gonna use this blue instead because it's more lighter than the other one's too close to that dark blue. And I'm gonna use my Morphe M507 just to add the color, and then I'm gonna use a bigger brush like this to blend it out. But remember how he was saying that he walked in on the little boy inserting the leg chair in his bottom, right? So the detective tells him, so if he was doing that, what did you do with the leg when you went up there and saw him? Because he claimed that when he saw him, he ran up there from the cameras, that he ran up there and made the boy stop doing that, because apparently the boy had the chair inside of him and that he kept going like this up and down, like, dude, no. So the detective tells him, so what happened? What did you do with the leg? Because he's like, I didn't see no leg. Because the leg situation happened on the day he passed away, right? So the detective tells him, like, well, we didn't see no leg in there. Where's the leg to the chair? And he's like, I must have gotten it and threw it behind my dresser or something in my room. And the detective's like, well, why? Why would you do that? And he says, because I was embarrassed that my son was doing that GAY thing. I don't know if I could even say that word. Does anybody know if I could say that? Facebook be so sensitive. And then the detective is like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I didn't want to be judged that my son was doing gay things. And then the detective's like, what? When did you have time to do that if you claim that your son stopped breathing? And then, like, when he says about the bed, that he pulled the bed out, and the detective's like, well, when did you pull the bed out? Before he was sick? Like, before he started getting sick or after? And if you did it after, did you do it before you called the ambulance or while you were, like, because his story just did not add up at all. That's how he kept getting caught up. But in all reality, they were saying that they thought that the dad was actually R-wording the boy. And at the same time, I'm like, he probably was, dude, because, like, I kind of, personally, I feel like when people sit there and be like, oh, I'm not gay, or they try to make it a point to be like, I'm not like that, or they get super mad about it, or try to act like that, and low-key they are. I think the dad really was like that. He actually really felt that way. But he would take it out on his son. That's what I think. I'm going to add it on all my lid, but I'm just kind of adding it like this first and then blending it little by little, because since this eyeshadow palette is super pigmented, I want to add and then blend at the same time. Oh, what did I do? I just saw it, Margarita. I don't care. That's on him. I doubt anybody's gonna use it, but that's on him. I've noticed there's been a lot of people in the comments replying to your guys' comments, like being pervs. I try to block them, like when I get the notification. But anyways, they all went to jail. The dad, I don't know how much time they got, but I know that all three of them ended up going to jail. Because again, the mom, the fiance, she saw all this stuff and she never bothered. Like, she never put hands on him, but she never stopped him from putting hands on the boy. So she got prison time. So I'm just going to add it like this. And then I'm going to add the blue in the center. I'm doing like this 90s look with the hearts and the stars and all that. But I saw this cute blue one, so I'm going to do that. Except I don't have my tablet. That's why I'm kind of going back and forth to see how they did the look. But if you guys are interested in watching the whole look, the name is on the name of the boy that passed away is on my caption. His name is Takota. And he was only 11 years old. And last night, dude, I felt so bad. I literally went in my room and hugged my son because my son's 11 years old. And I'm just like, dude, I could never imagine, like, ever imagine torturing someone like that. Like, I'd rather just give up my children if that's how I feel, you know? Okay. I know it looks a little crazy, but trust. Trust, girl. Just trust the process. And then I'm going to get... So the light blue that I use is Leave a Message. This one right here. And now we're going to use this dark one, which is Dream Chaser. But look how cute how it has the Barbie doll. Oh my God. I try, girl. It's hard. It's hard raising teenagers. I'll tell you that. So then that dark blue, I'm going to add it in the center. You know what? I'm going to use the big brush because I don't want to fuck it up. My son right now is in Mexico with my mom. I got so nervous when they go to Mexico because, I mean, if you're not aware, Juarez is the #1 dangerous place in Mexico, cartel-wise. So if you guys watched my live the other day in the morning and I was telling you guys that with the way the world is right now, with everything that's going on with the presidents and this whole election shit, all of this stuff, I was telling you guys that eventually it's going to be like Juarez, where the soldiers drive around in on the streets like cops. Literally, they literally drive around like cops, the soldiers with their GUNs and everything on the back of the trucks. It's fucking insane. That's how it's going to be here now because all the crazy stuff going on in this world. Okay, so I don't want to put too much because, of course, we're going to add both. I don't want it to, like, become one color. I still want you to be able to see the light blue. But I need another brush because this one's a little too big for the outside. The only thing that's hard with this eyeshadow is since it's so pigmented, it's hard to get it to blend. Because it's super pigmented. Like, look at my fingers, how stained they are right away. Hi, Cindy. I have to be like, because I don't have my glasses. I can't see shit. I guess tomorrow I'm not going to have my son, my baby. He's going to go with hubby to work tomorrow. Oh, you're lucky, Margarita. That's amazing. But yeah, since my mom and my brothers and my son are in Juarez right now, they just well, they're in El Paso right now, but tomorrow they're crossing over. I get so nervous with them out there, especially because the way things are out there. And I hate when my mom goes out there in her car because she has a nice car. And normally when you're out, when you go to Juarez, anything that you're in, if it represents money, they will fucking take your ass. Real talk. Like, even my mom kept telling me when we went to look for Titi's quince dress, she kept telling, because, you know, Serenity she understands Spanish, but she doesn't really talk it. So I would have to tell her in English, like, what do you want? This is what they have. This is what it says, right? And my mom's, like, telling me, try to talk low or talk as much less English that you can because you stand out. She was all nervous. And this was because we were at buying hot dogs at a hot dog stand and burgers literally at midnight. It was midnight when we left my prima's house. Okay, see? Now I'm going to add that blue again in just to make it more pigmented here. I'm going to try to at least. Liz, yes. I'm sorry I missed your comment, but yes, you're right. It's beyond. Bro, beyond. Anyways, you guys, if you guys do not follow my Homegirl Movement page, I'm super excited because you guys know I love using water activating liners. Love them. But I currently use some that were sent to me a while back in PR, which I have a few of them from different companies that sent them to me. What the heck? Why is this stuck? Like these ones. But I have a bunch of different ones because they all have different colors. See, like this one has these ones, and then this one has like lighter colors, and then this one has the opposite colors that these don't have. So I have a bunch of different ones, and then I have a grip of individuals like this, okay? But if you guys don't follow Homegirl Movement, go follow Homegirl Movement, because baby girl, we're about to drop some new stuff and I'm so excited about that. I actually need white, but I don't know where I have the white by itself. So make sure you guys are following Homegirl Movement. Pues si quieren, y si no, pues no. That's fine too. I'm trying to find my white one by itself because these ones are all dirty. Dirty, and I'm running out. Oh my god, you guys want to see something cute that I've been working on? Beach. I've been working on some stuff for my Christmas trees and stuff like that, but if you're on supporters, you guys have seen these already. But I started working on these other ones for my Hazel Grinch tree, and I want to show you guys. Hold on, you guys. I can't find my freaking white liner. See, like I have a grip of individuals like this too. And I hate to have them all scattered like that because look, I can't even freaking find the single white one right now. And I hate that. See, this is what I need. Because all my other ones, they're already all used and abused. Look, I use them so much. Look, I already hit pan on this one, on the white. And then this one too, está todo sucio. Almost, I hit pan too. But girl, I gotta show you, hold on. Let me plug you guys in. I gotta show you guys real fast because I'm gonna hop off anyways. But I want you guys to see what I've been working on, girlie. Let me show you. Are you ready to see, girl? Let me close the door because my stepson's asleep. And he's in the living room, so I've been working on these for for Christmas, you guys. I have a bunch of Christmas trees, if you guys didn't know. And they're all different themes. And I love to like custom make my ornaments because, girl, I like doing it for one, and plus it's different and no one's gonna have what I'm making because it's custom made. But look, so I have a pink tree, which is, it's like, it has it's a white tree. Well, it's green, but it has the falk on it, which is like the fake white snow. And it's pink, like blush pink like this, pink like my wall. And I have it has, the ornaments are supposed to be pink and pearls. So it's kind of like a vintage kind of little situation. And then I made some custom wrapped ones with pink silk fabric wrapped around. And then I made these Sherb Angels molds that I glued onto them. And it's just super cute. But I wanted to add more to it. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I showed on supporters. These are gonna go on my pink tree. Yeah, these ones are gonna go on my pink tree. But aren't they freaking stinking cute? You can't tell me they're not stinking cute. Let me see if I could make this brighter. I guess that's right. But look at these. Aren't they beautiful? I gotta wash them still because obviously I just finished making them. So I need to wash them so I could get them really shiny and stuff. But these are gonna go on my tree. Now let me show you my Whoville tree. Since they're kind of like Candyland themed colors, which I could even use this for my huge ass Candyland tree that I put in my main living room. But if you guys have seen my Candyland Christmas tree, that motherfucker is packed full with ornaments. Like, no le cabe nada, like nothing fits in it no more. But since last year I added another Christmas tree to my dining table area, and I made, and which is a Whoville tree. It's like a Grinch tree. So for that one, the ornaments are like Candyland theme, which are like baby blue, bubblegum pink, light green, light yellow, stuff like that. Look at this one. Isn't it beautiful? I freaking love it. It would look cute on my Whoville, on my Candyland tree too. But I think since my Whoville tree doesn't really have that many ornaments, because that one just has like super big ones, I thought these would be beautiful. I love the colors of it. I went to order more of these ones because I'm trying to make at least 12 of them. It takes a long time to make these, you guys. So I'm trying to make at least 12 of them for my tree. And then, so I needed to order more of the pearls. And then I found these and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna mix these together with the colors and it's like perfect. But aren't they beautiful? Hey girl, thank you. They're cute, right? So I had seen, and I'm not done with these ones. Well, these ones are done and obviously they're done, but they're not 100% done because I'm actually gonna wait till like Christmas, or I'm gonna see if I could find any online. But I'm gonna find like a ribbon and then I'm gonna glue a bow, like a bow ribbon on it. Like, you know, like the bows that everybody's using right now on their hair and shit. I think I have one to show you guys. An example. ¿Cómo le dicen a los pinches moños? Coquette or some fucking shit. And I'm like, why do you guys call it that? That's so weird. Because in Spanish, it's like coqueta. I'm like, is that what it's supposed to mean? Because it sounds hella dumb. Oh, I don't have... Oh, like, for pretends, this is the ribbon. Like a bow ribbon. Obviously, it's going to be smaller, but like this. A fabric one. And then I'm going to... A smaller one, of course. Because this one's for my hair. But like this, and then I'm going to put it on the... But smaller, like a way smaller one, so it doesn't hide the actual stuff. But like this. Isn't that adorable? Bitch, you could never, ever. I'm just playing, you probably could, but... You probably could, but you probably won't. I'm joking. It takes a long time to make them. This is all I've made so far. I have 2 of these done. I started on this one, but then I ran out of... the gems, so then I ordered more, and then I got this one, and I was so excited to see how this was gonna look when I mixed all the pearls together, because like I mixed them all together to get this exact color, and I love how it came out. You can't tell me that shit ain't cute. Even if you were to have like a mermaid Christmas tree, this is giving mermaid, and look how sparkly it is. Wait till I wash them. They're going to be way sparkly. Oh, it's so pretty. And this is the one I'm working on now. But yeah, the goal is well, as of right now, I bought these last year for Christmas. And I was going to wrap them like for my pink one. So I've had them there all fucking this year. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to use these clear bubbly ones and then start wrapping them, because they're supposed to be like bubbles. They're not just actual plain clear ones. These ones are bubbles. See how it has that little, like a bubble glare in it? So I was like, I'm just gonna use these. And I've seen a lot of people make ornaments and they'll paint the whole outside and then glue the gems on it, but I thought I'm gonna do it like this. Anyways, I got the perfect glue. It dries clear, so why not? So I don't know if I should make some like these, like kind of like drips like this. See, like kind of make it go down a little bit and leave the rest clear, or if I should do all of them full like this. I don't know what to do. But anyways, bro, if you try to buy some of these on Etsy, you're gonna pay like $100 for 6 of them. I swear on everything, I'm not even playing. They're so expensive, and I get it. I mean, I completely get it, because it's super, it takes a lot of gems, so it's like, that's a lot of money for the gems. But the time that you spend on making them is like my bandana roses, same shit. My bandana roses take forever to make. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off so I could finish this look, because I need to look at my picture to be able to finish the look either way. I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm on the phone and I don't have my other tablet to be able to finish the look. Well, the gems, you pay around $7 for each bag, but it just depends on how many gems you get. And since I like the bag, I have to get each color depending on how many colors I want to mix together. But each bag is around $7, and I believe it depends on, I don't know how many you get, like how many grams, but they all come. Or you could find some that are already pre-mixed, but I didn't. I wanted to make my own. Amy, thank you, girl. Pajaritos, hi. My brush. This is my favorite Morphe R33, which I have a new one. But I don't want to, since this color is so pigmented, I don't want to mess this one up. So I'm going to use my old one. I have the end to it. I just need to super glue it because it fell off the thing. But I'm basically dipping the brush in concealer so I could clean this up. Like that. But I don't want to use my new brush, because girl, this is gonna get super stained and I don't want that. But can somebody tell me why they say the bow theme, like the little bows that the girls wear on their hair or on their clothes and stuff, or the little flowers, that it's coquette? Are like, is that supposed to represent like coqueta? Cause girl, it sound weird. Coquette. What the fuck? Is that short for coqueta? Because coqueta is like sassy and cuteness. Stuff like that. Como princesa vibes. Like, yeah. So, I don't know if that's why they say that or what. But girl, se me hace un poco raro. So I kind of use it like as an eraser by adding the concealer on it. So that way it fades the color out but doesn't actually remove it. It just fades it out. So I kind of like use it as a magic eraser situation. But if you guys want to see how I make the little ornaments, let me know and I can go live and show you guys. Thank you. Yeah, you could find some gems already mixed together, or you could buy the single colors and mix it yourself. But to mix it yourself, it's more expensive because you have to do a bunch of different colors. And like this one has like, I want to say like 7 or 8 different colors. And I got the idea because I seen one mix like it, but it was more like, darker colors and I wanted like more of a softer color. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna do like a Candyland theme one. Horrific story. Yeah, it's sad, you guys. Look it up if you guys want to go and watch it. But I'm gonna hop off so I can paint my face because it's already 1. If you guys gonna go watch the replay or go watch the story, I put the name on the description of the story I was sharing. It's a really, really sad story. So I want to watch the interrogation of the girlfriend and the sister because I want to see if they lie for him or if they rat him out or what happens. I'm really curious to see what they say. Because, girl, they're wrong for not helping him. Like, sometimes I wonder, like, when parents, like, do that to their children and the moms don't do nothing, and it's like, do you not stick up for your children because you want it to happen to them or because you're afraid that you're gonna get your ass beat? Because that's all I could think of. But sadly, in a lot of these cases, that's not the case. It's the fact that they get pleasure off of watching it, or they don't like the kid or kids. But I will see you guys mañana. I'll post a picture. I haven't been going live because I've been really busy. Well, earlier, I can't go live earlier, and I go and take Junior to practice, and then sometimes I have to pick him up if hubby's not if he's working out of town, I have to pick him up unless hubby can get him. But then I have to come back and rush to cook dinner for everybody. My life is busy. But I try. Even if it's late, I try. And even if you guys can't be here at night to watch my lives, I'm like, well, my actual supporters that like to watch me can watch the replay in the morning if they miss me at night. Oh, and by the way, thank you to everybody that showed love on my teddy bear look that I did. Antina, thank you. I try. It's hard though. Especially like when hubby works out of town, it's like I'm single. Literally, like I am a single mom. Because he works a lot in Las Vegas. Like Vegas, he'll be in Las Vegas, New Mexico, or Los Alamos. So, but the nice thing is that I could go to work with him. That's the nice thing about his being his own boss. When he's at the Netflix films, I can't go with him. But when he's working where he's working like for his business, I could actually go with him. And at first he's like, go with me on Friday. And I'm like, that's weird. And then he's like, all of the guys, they bring their wives every Friday. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah. On Fridays, they all bring their wives or their kids. Like one of their kids to work. I'm like, oh. Maybe I'll go live and show you guys. Dude, what the hell am I going to do? I'll probably sleep the whole time. But I don't go because I'm like, where am I going to leave Jaden? Maybe whenever they go back to work. I mean, go to school again. Back to school. Okay, so I'm going to add the blue. But I love you guys so much. It is hard. Being a mom is not easy. Men will never know. That's why I say in my next life, I want to be a man. Because some men understand, like, if they're single parents, as a man, they get it. Other than that, they don't. They become like our children, don't you think? Our men sometimes. Some men act like children. Mine don't, but I'm saying I've had exes that were like not even my man, they were my child. Okay, I'm gonna keep adding this and blending and mixing and all this good stuff. And tomorrow I will post the final look, so keep an eye out. Make sure you guys go and follow Homegirl Movement, you guys, because I'm being serious. I'm hoping that by the end of this week, or not the end of this week, but the end of this month, we'll have that new product out. And I'm super excited because I think you guys are going to love it. I'm super excited. So make sure you guys follow Homegirl Movement. Don't forget. Well, I'm gonna go get something to drink. Good girl. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys mañana. Bye.